No, don't open it.
Don't open it.
This is a collector's item.
Okay.
I'm bringing this home.
I would love to have some drink instead. Which is why I'm reaching for my juice.
don't do this to me. If I had a choice, well,
right.
I'm not going to ruin myself for any future sponsorship.
I'll say it. I hate Junebug.
Okay. Is it because I think I know why, but go ahead.
Because when I, at 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., am queuing up for unranked, and I play against a DK.
They know what they're doing? I thought it was going to say because you're envious of that glorious facial hair.
Oh, is envy? Is deep envy of his beard? No, it's because the DKs have proliferated.
Yeah,
They're
there's
at
so
a point
many.
now where they've crossed a critical threshold. People are playing DK who are not known. You will just run into DKs now.
Yeah.
And when I play against them, I internally I'm screaming, the reason why you're playing and what you're doing right now, I play that guy.
Yeah. And how do they do?
And they don't do well, which
I
is
see.
fine. I'm quite good at it at this point, relatively. But it's just, it doesn't sit right with my world, you know, for something like that to happen.
Yeah. Well, I think that, how do I put this? DK, we were just talking about maximizing, is one of the characters who can still maximize a little bit.
Yeah.
And the way the meta is shifted, it's shifted toward minimizers.
That's right.
Now, before, don't crucify me. I'm not saying Fox isn't like the strongest character or something.
Yeah.
But he's weaker than he used to be because of those sorts of reasons, right? People are able to maximize against him still so well.
Weaker, not aggregate, but has more weaknesses.
I think both, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's this thing, I play a lot of traditional fighters too. There's this thing in traditional fighters where in some of them, you can win a situation and then find yourself in like a 50-50 scenario again. Those are becoming increasingly present for a lot of different fast fall characters and stuff. I say this as a Fox main, but not a Fox apologist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and characters like DK, for example, the weaknesses are the same. DK's always been easily comboable, but now
you've got your maxing.
Yes,
to do.
DK's combo game is less affected by a lot of the recent defensive innovations than a lot of the top-tier characters, which I think is part of the reason this DK Renaissance has been achievable.
Oh, yeah. If everyone is starting to crouch and hold down a player that leads off with grab.
Or that well-spaced backer, right?
Or well-spaced back air.
This is a lot like, I'm just going to reference every competitive thing that isn't Melee. There's in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, there's a deck that was around a long time ago called Burning Abyss, and it makes a comeback every now and then, not because it's a good deck, just because the meta is exploitable.
Meta fits.
Yeah, so DK is like, I see, you know DK better than I do, but I see DK as like an anti-meta character.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
It so happened that for 20 years, you spaced back air and grabbed, and then suddenly went, oh, nice reverse punch. Oh my god, that was sick.
Yeah.
That's like when Falco lands behind you as a cross-up, behind your shield, and then F-smashes backwards.
Yeah.
In Virginia, that's called the old and dirty.
I've heard that term before.
It's from ODU, Old Dominion University.
Interesting.
Down in Chesapeake area, called Old and Dirty.
It elicited some subconscious, visceral reaction, so I must have been hit by the old and dirty, and then someone like yelled it in the crowd or something.
It's upsetting. It is upsetting.
Yeah, that must be what it is. Probably a Melee game sort of crew battle from back in the day. There was a lot of... they put the University of Delaware in with all the MDVA stuff, so we were kind of the bad guys in a way.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were the good guys, but we did have a heck of a team back then. Strong back
wow.
Yeah, speaking of DK punishes, right?
It was interesting, actually.
Yeah.
I thought the DK player did not go for... It surprised me.
Yeah.
They hit their opponent with a number of DI mix-ups that would have worked on me. Is that a University of Virginia sweatshirt? Virginia Swimming. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's neat, a swimmer. Trying to drop through the platform and get a punish. Doesn't work, still able to get the grab on the side.
Oh, caught the jump? Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Just get a little bit of charge punch wherever you can, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, no vertical recovery on that monkey.
Yeah, and also like the end lag of any move, you know, like Cakes just did a nair, and even though it was at the top of the ledge, there was just no saving it.
Okay,
But
barely
Stadium
reaches.
has got this really nice combo ability to it. It's like FD, but it's got these platforms. You do need to kind of hop up to the platform sometimes, but it helps with the juggle.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, good dip.
Not able to punish the, what's that move called?
It's scary.
Is it DK Tornado? I used to know the move names back in the day.
Is it what?
Is it DK Tornado? I used to know the move names back in the day.
It's a DK Copter.
The Donkey Copter?
Donkey Copter?
The
I think so.
DK Copter. Yeah, that
Copter?
sounds right.
That's what DK, or that's what June says, is like,
Well,
okay,
that-
Copter? Copter?
That's what it is now if it wasn't before. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's scary. There's a very small vulnerability in that hitbox, and it's kind of just on DK's head. Ooh, you see that walk? It's like to prep. Yeah, prep them for that. Don't give them the platform ability, tech ability, which is unique to DK.
Yeah, only DK can do it. I guess even Bowser can't, right? Because Bowser can carry boxes as well, and crates and barrels. And DK.
We can every character can move with crates now. It's just different speeds.
Oh, it was only Donkey Kong in 64.
It was only Donkey Kong in 64.
You know,
correct.
I got mistaken for a 64 caster yesterday.
Oh. Which one? Dark Horse?
No, just like, oh, I think I've seen you commentate 64 before, which I have, but I'm pretty sure it's just because I look old.
I was unfortunately also thinking maybe it's because they thought you were old.
No
Look
hate
like a
to
man.
64 casters.
But
Dark Horse is a nice
y'all are
looking man.
like 64 are adults.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably the facial hair. I have to shave, so I'm not mistaken anymore.
Ooh.
Yeah, so a different story so far this game. I think Cake's had a hard time finding like meaningful kill confirms and like bigger punishes last game, right? He's gotten a couple of those here.
I see. Yeah. You're right. And there's okay. There were more situations like that where Fox was baiting out a little bit of an option, but couldn't quite get the confirm. Didn't get it there, but like there's some openings here. That's a big difference maker. Ooh.
Yep, forward air.
And I think especially at this level of Melee, which is like round 1 pools of like not the top 3 seeds in that pool, DK is really good.
Yes, that is true. More easy to access some of that power than a lot of the other characters.
Oh my god.
Tried wave dash forward grab maybe. Cakes reacts correctly. Okay, we have a game again. I like ducking under the tree.
Yeah. Oh, did you see he peeked out a little bit? Like, oh, is the fox coming? What's interesting also is that stadium transformations with DK, it's not something we saw maybe from like 2008 to maybe like 2022.
Yeah, for different reasons.
For different reasons.
At first, it's because there were no DKs.
At first, because there was no DKs, and then there was no transformation. And now we have DK hiding underneath the tree.
Shouldn't say no DKs. Genji's Finest has been around. Like, there's some DKs.
Sure.
Yeah, but we haven't really seen it.
Yeah. Now Yoshi's, I think it's interesting. I like it. It does mean your combos end sooner, which is a good thing. But also, DK is pretty fat, so you're not really killing that fast anyway.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Oh, wow, that fair. That kind of surprised me. It takes 25 frames for that fair to come out.
That's a lot of frames.
25 frames
that's like
before I hit box.
Practically half a second.
Yeah. I can get like 3 nairs out.
Well, you have to land in between, right?
Huh?
You have to land in between. You have to land in between the nairs, so that would slow you down.
Yeah. Fox, I can.
True. Probably true.
DK also with a little, I don't know, taunt cancel on Randall, which I like. In game 3 in a tense situation, in a close set, to add a little bit of that, like, okay, not everything is on the line right now. I'm not going to die if I lose. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's also part of the Melee player's code. Like, you have to taunt on Randall in between stocks if you can.
I think our codes have been just only withering, you know?
Yeah, actually, this has been a big topic of conversation for me the whole weekend, talking about the metas of different games. Because Ultimate's meta has changed a bit too. I roomed with a couple Ultimate casters last night. And yeah, it used to be that if you played in a way that was not perceived as skillful by the community, you would get ostracized. And it's good that we don't ostracize players anymore, don't get me wrong.
But that's not the case.
But we've matured as a community and evolved gameplay-wise to a point where now you can kind of play however the heck you want as long as you're trying to win.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
makes for a more balanced metagame overall.
Yes, there's not like an external game condition affecting the game.
Yeah.
Because, we're people. We're not robots playing the game. There's a social element, a cultural element.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge part of it. I think the part of the code that still exists is that social part, the taunt on Randall sort of stuff. The, don't back air camp with X character thing.
That's social.
Get
Absolutely.
it. Go for it.
You can play anti-socially, and Mango is having to make the synthesis, where he is still himself, but he has to integrate those different parts that are still acceptable but don't make him lose his identity.
Yeah. It is interesting how important culture is to a game in terms of actually affecting its gameplay. Yeah. Hey, let's resume on the game for a moment. Stop reflecting culturally. We have a near last stock scenario.
Well, I'm just thinking about the implications of this game on the culture as well. Oh, look at that, the walk away too. Oh my gosh, Randall coming in clutch and a double. Oh, no! Doesn't land on Randall. That is a critical miss.
A really neat
game 3.
wall tech shine attempt that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Didn't matter at all. Wasn't
matter.
able to land on Randall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, closely contested set. That's what we love to see.
I love to see it.
Yeah.
In pools, I would rather see the competitive sets. Actually, pretty much in any case, I would rather watch a competitive set than a wash.
I think that's true. Sometimes it's fun if you are close with the player doing the washing.
In exceptional cases,
Yeah.
I do like to see Zane 12 stock someone.
That can
But it's
be
only
fun.
fun for a set.
Yeah, you
know?
don't want to see the whole pool.
No.
Yeah.
I want to see, because the essence of drama is competing desires.
Do you have players that you like to watch lose?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. We're not going to name them here, but
I'm just thinking of some of them losing now.
it does make you smile.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And a lot of the
wonderful.
times it's not because I dislike them. It's just funny when they lose.
Oh my gosh.
They react a certain way.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, up next.
Speaking of players you like to watch lose, no, I'm just kidding.
It's been revealed to me that I am maybe a bad friend because my friend Junebug, who's up next, I ranked him 34 on my ballot. I think he's 27.
I think you have to set aside your subjective beliefs for a more objective view.